might not be from Krypton, but he's heads above the rest. His knowledge can't be questioned. You can put it to the test. So if you want to hear the truth and have nowhere else to go, I'll give you the solution. Just tune into his show and just kneel before Zod. Kneel before Zod. Kneel before Zod. Kneel before Zod.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Fandom Zone. It is the most earth-breaking, ground-shaking, but never media show money-taking, the man, the myth, the legend, the most electrifying villain in YouTube entertainment today. And today, I guess I had to give my own 2 cents. Everybody's been going crazy. Everybody's been talking. Has the great Mother of Dragons and a personal favorite of mine, Emilia Clarke, taking control of the part that was given to the bestest ever, Amber Heard. Has she rustled this part back and given it to an actress that people want to see? And by that I mean Mira. And here's my thing, folks. Do I want to believe these rumors? And I'm going to say rumors until I get a solid confirmation. Yes, I would love to believe these rumors, but the people that are presenting these, I'm not so sure about. Now, what kind of makes me on board with this idea is the fact that a magazine that I do trust, that is reliable, has inadvertently seemed to confirm this and has not retracted the statement. Amber Heard was also getting in the fights with Warner Bros. About something. We don't know. There was discussion about money or something like that. Considering what she's put the studio through with this whole thing, with them getting rid of Depp and the heat they've taken from that, I wouldn't be surprised if now or sometime in the future we hear about this. So I use bounding into comics because personally, if I have to go to cheesy, disgusting tabloids, I don't mind bounding into comics as opposed to this other article. So in an article by Forbes, it seems to confirm Emilia Clarke is playing Aquaman 2 and not Amber Heard, but the piece is not about the movie. So I'm going to show you guys the Forbes movie, or the Forbes reference. And this is the thing that makes it interesting, is that Forbes was not talking about the movie whatsoever. If you see this title right here, it says Game of Thrones actress Emilia Clarke sells Venice home for $4.4 million. By Keith. Keith is a senior contributor, and he writes lifestyle pieces, not necessarily delving into shows and movies and things like that, more of the Hollywood stars and why they're selling their homes and boring stuff like that. So, Keith has not been off with his stuff, and I just want to highlight a thing, because this whole article is not whatsoever about the Amber Heard situation. This is about Emilia Clarke selling her home. So what strikes me as odd about this whole thing is that this does not reference Johnny Depp, none of them. This has nothing to do with that. This is an arbitrary article wrote about Emilia Clarke selling her home. Look, in the talking about her career, right? Now, here is the part that everyone's been highlighting. Hold on a second. I'm just going to go to it because this is a long article that I'm not going to read because it's just about homes. But they talk about, here's the interesting part of the article right here. The interesting part of this article is it says in this little line where they quote what Emilia Clarke is doing and what she's accomplished. They said her badass role in that catapulted her to A-list status, leading to other physically demanding roles as young Sarah Connor, which we saw in Terminator Genesis, QR in Solo, a Star Wars story, which sucked. She also was signed on to replace Amber Heard as Mira in Aquaman 2. Okay, so now the rest of that article is about her home. So here's what's interesting about this. I don't know if this was supposed to be released. I don't know if they messed up, but there's no retraction. Once again, people, I'd like to preference that the media makes mistakes and they don't do their fact checking very well. But Keith is from the old school of writing. He has connections. His articles aren't Wikipedia per se. So this is a very interesting thing because he is just covering this home. He's not trying to make anything spicy or salacious. He's throwing out their information he knows about the actress. So this is quite interesting. So let's read the rest of this article. It says Amelia Clark is playing Mira in the Aquaman 2, not Amber Heard, but the piece is not about the movie. Exactly. The piece was written by Keith Flemings, a lifestyle writer for Forbes, and he covers Clark and her sale of her $4.4 million Venice home. The mysterious bombshell is that the actress is going to star in the DC sequel as the Queen of Atlantis appears deep within. And I pulled that piece of the article up for you. Flemmer wrote, she also is signed to replace Amber Heard in Aquaman 2. Daenerys Mira, whatever, is her full name. The quote is buried in the article and randomly comes out of nowhere with no correction or retraction is printed at the end. And this is the interesting part. There's still no correction or retraction at the end of this article. And it says right here, so did Forbes let the cat out of the bag? Hashtag Amber Heard is fired from Aquaman 2. So they've been pulling that up. It's information originating from a fairly reliable trade, but the intel is not focused of the piece, and the source isn't named. The piece is also in the wrong section. Lifestyle is opposite to entertainment and considered breaking news. From what we've gathered in the last several months, Amber Heard has been returning to make Aquaman 2 with Warner Brothers, is not inclined to get rid of her. She is this is a bunch of crap that they're going to try to say. She's a domestic dispute victim, whatever. That's their normal shill stuff. A petition calling for her to be fired and replaced by Amelia Clark keeps gaining signatures, but Heard and the studio aren't taking it seriously. At least that's the impression they gave. Contradictory scoops say WB might lessen Heard's screen time, give Aquaman a new female companion to compete for his affections, probably Delphina. Clark could play that character and end up supplementing Heard in that way, but the rumor of a new character is just a rumor. So, for now, Amelia Clark's status with Aquaman 2, if applicable, is unclear. Amber Heard, on the other hand, is playing Mira in Zack Snyder's director cuts, which finally comes out mid-March. So, here's my thing. Trades have been known to give away information they weren't supposed to. This is a completely unrelated article. Why that bit would be in there with no retraction, and this person was writing a different piece. He wasn't trying to start a rumor. So I'm inclined to believe that there is something going on. This guy has connections within this world because he does pieces on their homes and things like that. So if this is true, and we've gotten no comment back from WB, and nothing from Amber Heard is unusually quiet about this being dropped, in the comments below, let me know, do you think Amber Heard was indeed replaced? If she is replaced, would this change your mind about seeing the movie? I'll tell you something right now. If that's the truth, I would see Aquaman 20 times because I love Amelia Clark. So in the comments below, let me know, what do you feel about this? Do you think this is rumor or speculation? Do you think someone let something slip? If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you liked the video, definitely hit that like button. And as always, remember, the only thing here in the fandom zone, kneel before Zod.
Zod.